Hi everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to review this giant here, the CORSAIR 7000D airflow. So without further ado, let's start. Okay guys, here we got the box with some info on it. Here we have the dimensions and other descriptions, and here we have the digital mock-up of the case where I represented all the details of all the parts. So let's open this big guy. Okay, here it is, our 7000D unboxed. This thing is really huge and heavy. The total weight of this case empty is more than 15 kilos, which is a lot, and you might need help for taking it out of the box. And for sure, after building everything with all the components installed, the total weight can be around 20 kilos or more. Okay, inside the box there are some safety information and the manual here. Alright, let's start with the front, where is this triangle based mesh panel with this Corsair logo here. We can detach this panel like so. Under the panel we have this magnetic dust filter that you can easily remove like so, in case you want to wash it or clean it. As we can see, it comes with two 140mm fans per install, but we can mount up to 3 140mm fans or 4 120mm fans, and radiators up to 4 80mm. Let's move on the top, where we have the same mesh panel as in the front with this Corsair logo here. Let's remove it. And also here we have this magnetic filter. And then here there is this toolless cage where we can mount up to 3 120mm fans or 3 140mm fans, and radiators up to 360mm. Okay, so here we have this panel here with a power button with 4 USB 3.2 ports, 1 USB Type-C 3.2, the 3.5mm audio jack, and the reset button. Let's open the front panel, which is a huge 4mm temporary glass. You can remove it completely by unscrewing from the hinge here. Okay, here we got the box of accessories. Let me check what's inside here. Okay, there are some screws, washers, and so on. We have this fan extension cable and the bracket for mounting in the GPU in vertical. So it goes here, basically. Here we have a lot of space. Basically, we can install any kind of motherboard without any issue. For the ETX motherboards, you have to remove this corner here, this small piece here. And also on the top here, we have a lot of space for any sort of cable management. As you can see here, we can install a 140mm fan or 120mm fan. So here we have already pre-installed a 140mm fan. And here we have 8 expansion slots, a combo of 3 and 5. So these 5s you can completely remove and install the GPU, and a 3 vertical slot for installing the GPU. Okay, and here it comes the power supply shroud with this little same triangle based mesh. If you want, you can install also 3 SSDs here, but there is no tray included, so you have to get them separately. Also here we have plenty of space for any sort of cable management. Then there is this window with this small removable piece of plastic, in case you want to install one of those little screens for monitoring and so on, which is a nice idea in my opinion, but would have been nice if they include one piece of cover with the same color of the shroud. Then we have this nice airflow cable cover that helps to address all the intake air from the front fans, but if you want to use also the side fan tray, you might need to remove it. Under the power supply shroud we have 2 hard drive cages. In each of them you can install 3 hard drives. Okay, let's move to the rear part. We can open and remove the panel as we did with the front panel by unscrewing here from the hinge. As same with the front and the top, here there is the same mesh triangle based, and it comes also with a magnetic dust filter. Here we can remove the fan tray and install the fans or the radiator. We can mount up to 4 120mm fans and radiators up to 4 80mm. Here there is this cable cover, and once we open it, we can find the PWM fan hub included, and it's possible to connect up to 6 fans. Here we have also the motherboard bracket, and here we have these guides here. We can route a lot of cables, so you can go really round with the cable management. There is a lot of space here. Down here we can find 3 SSD tries. So guys, if you want to remove the HHD cage, you have to remove this panel here in order to remove this one and also this cage here. So we have a total of 5 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we can remove the cages by unscrewing this screw here. So as we can see, we can mount up to 3 hard drives here. I'm not going to use it, so I'm going to remove it definitely. And let's go remove the second one. So here we have some pre-routed cables, which are basically the connectors for the front panel. 2 3.2 USB headers, 1 USB Type-C header, the audio connector, the power button, the SATA power for this hub here, and also the PWM cable. So here we have this cover for the PCU shroud in case you want to mount it instead of this one here. Okay guys, I don't know if you can see it, but here there is the space for the power supply with these 4 anti-vibration rubbers, and there is also the underneath dust filter. I have to find it where it is. It should be on the other side. Okay, so you have to remove it from the other side. In this power supply space is possible to install a power supply long up to 225 millimeters, if I'm not wrong. And here, as you can see, we can remove the plastic cover of the PCU shroud in the front of this small window here. So you can unscrew it here and remove this piece here, and you can remove this cover here, which is plastic, which is basically plastic. Okay guys, once we remove the 2 hard drive cages that were pre-installed here, we have plenty of space here, a lot of space for all the cable management that we might need. That's all for this review of the CORSAIR 7000D case. I do like this case. It's amazingly huge, a giant case, where you won't have any issue installing everything you need, like custom loops, up to 3 radiators, up to 12 fans, and up to 2 GPUs, and also an insane amount of storage if you need it. The airflow of this case is well done. It comes with some useful accessories like the vertical GPU bracket, the PWM hub, and 3 pre-installed 140mm fans. So let's say it's ready to use. And the front tempered glass is a nice aesthetic touch. Despite this, considering the price of $260, there are some little things that in my opinion are missing. For example, a riser cable would have been a nice, well-expected add-on, since the case comes with a vertical bracket. The transparent plastic window in the PSU shroud, in my opinion, it's a nice addition, but would have been nicer if they include one piece of cover with the same color of the shroud. At the end, a Commander Pro, or XT, should have been the perfect touch, instead of an anonymous PWM splitter. If you enjoyed watching this video, I would really appreciate if you hit that like button, share the video, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching.